Alright, let's take a look at tonight's homework and look over and see what strategies we can use to solve each one of these problems tonight. So looking at number 1, it says Sean tutors math students to earn extra money. She charges $20 per hour. Notice that hour is singular, so this means $20 for every 1 hour. How much would Sheen earn from 4 hours of tutoring? So what I would do here is I would set up a ratio box because we're comparing money to hours, and I would use my initial ratio, 20 to 1, and then set up trying to figure out how much money in 4 hours. So I would use a ratio box here. Then you could do an equation. Remember, our equation is y equals kx or y equals mx. Same thing. The earnings, y, so your money is y, and your hours is x. So remember, when we write the equation, what piece are we looking for? Remember, we're looking for the x or the m value. And to find, not x, I'm sorry, k, guys. To find k, we have to do y over x. So that means we're having hours over money. And so what we need to do is we need to find y over x, plug that into the equation. Okay. Number 2, we have an inch is exactly 2.54 centimeters. Write in the equation again to convert the number of inches x to the corresponding length centimeters y. So we need to write that same format of an equation, y equals kx, and we need to find k. So we need y over x, where y is our centimeters and x is our inches. So we know that an inch is 1 inch, and we have 2.54 centimeters. Simplify that and plug that into the equation. Number 3, identify 4 points on the line. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So identify those. Determine the slope of the line. So remember that slope, you can connect and make a triangle. It doesn't matter. I usually start at the origin, and you can make the big triangle if you want to. Okay, we will need for slope, remember we need rise over run. And so our rise is to this point right here, which is located at 24 and 3. And this is our x and this is our y value. Our rise represents the y value, our run represents the x value. So the rise here is 3 blocks and our run is 24 blocks. So 3 over 24, simplify that. Once we have our slope, we can plug our slope into the equation. Alright, number 4 and number 9 are really close. The only thing we need to do, see here in number 9, I forgot to write the equal sign, so it should be y equals 2/3 x. You're going to do those the same way. What I suggest doing is plugging in some numbers. The first thing I would try is my origin. And so my origin is 0, 0. And so my equation, I would substitute y, because this is x and y. I would substitute y with 0 equals 4 times 0. And I end up with just 0. So we know that's a point here. Alright, and so then I would test for 1. So when x is 1, so if I have y equals 4x, I want to substitute x for 1. What is y? Y is 4. And then my graph kind of runs out. So from this point, if I wanted to, I could find my slope, which we know my slope is already found in the equation, which is 4. So 4 is our rise, and so our run would be 1. So I'm going up 4 over 1 every time. But if I need to go backwards, I have to work backwards. I have to go down 4 over 1. There's my other point. Sketch my line. Alright, write an equation that models the relationship shown in the table. So same process, same equation. We need to find this, which is y over x. Okay. Substitute that in, find your equation. I would just plot these points and then draw your triangles and decide which one would be your slope. And then same thing here, plot your points, find your slope. This one's just like number 4, and then you should be able to do spiral review on your own.